Durban, let's take you back to Pietermaritzburg now, where a shootout at a taxi rank has left one dead. It's believed the incident involved two rival taxi associations apparently fighting over a route. eNCA's Siphamandla Goge joins us now live from the scene. And Siphamandla, the video that we saw that was sent to us, absolutely dramatic, and the audio of it, the gunshots flying in the air, the exchange of fire that was happening there in Pietermaritzburg. What exactly is the context? What happened there?
Heavy gunfire earlier on. We were at the scene. We have moved now. I can tell you we have moved to the offices of the Department of Transport because the meeting is underway. Behind me, it includes the MEC for Transport in KwaZulu-Natal, Mxolisis Kaunda, and two associations which are believed to be involved in that taxi route dispute. But what happened earlier was there was that gunfire. When we were at the scene, we saw some cartridges. Police were busy collecting them. More than 60 cartridges that were found at the scene. It was really a heavy gunfire. But right now we are joined by the MEC for Transport in KwaZulu-Natal, Mxolisis Kaunda. Baba Mbimbi, asibonge ngesikhathi sakho. What is the context of your meeting as we speak now?
Thank you very much. All of us, we have observed the scene where the shooting took place, and we do not intend to interfere with the investigations of the police. All what we are aware of is that there is one person who has lost his life, and there are four who are injured, who were taken to hospital. But we have met with two parties. There has been a dispute concerning the operations of the two associations, Zemeleni Association and Pietermaritzburg Long Distance Association. With the two associations, there were matters which were outstanding in the courts, and the courts have resolved on those matters that Pietermaritzburg should continue with the operation which was granted by the Department of Transport. So they are the rightful operators at the moment. So which therefore means that the status quo remains. So the court has also distanced itself on the operation aspect of the matter. The court has resolved that the two associations should be working with the department to resolve operational matters.
But this is a long-standing dispute. What has your department done about it? Because it's been going on for years.
We couldn't do anything when issues are at court. You know that you need to await for the verdict from the court of law. So now the verdict has been passed, and we are now aware that Pietermaritzburg long distance is the one that must continue and operate up until the National Tribunal is able to also issue its own verdict on the matter.
But let's talk about what happened today. Heavy gunfire, the high caliber rifles. Some people are saying KwaZulu-Natal is becoming lawlessness.
There are private security companies which are involved in the taxi industry operations. As a department, we are in pursuit of the system which will require that the municipalities should take over the operations at all the ranks that they have ownership of, so that at the end of the day they are the ones who are safeguarding the lives in those particular ranks, not the private security companies which are appointed by different associations, because that on its own is a source of conflict.
We will get into that shortly, but some people are saying your department is the cause for this chaos because you issue double permits.
It's not true. We issued the permit which gave the right to the long distance Pietermaritzburg Association. So hence that was challenged. So therefore now the verdict of the court is that whatever we resolved should remain up until the tribunal then is able to pass its own verdict on the matter, because we have been challenged as a provincial department, so the National Tribunal then will have to resolve the matter.
One person has been killed, 4 injured. In such cases, we hardly see some arrests. What is your department doing about it? You are the Community Safety MEC in KwaZulu-Natal.
On one of the hijack incidents yesterday, which happened yesterday at night, the suspects were caught, and 2 of them were shot to death.
I'm talking about this one now.
No, I'm giving you now. We are saying what is it that the government is doing. So I'm telling you what is happening in this province. And what is happening in this province, that in some cases there are breakthroughs. So therefore in this one, the police will work tirelessly to ensure that people who are responsible for the shooting are arrested and they are brought to book. And we are not going to tolerate such behavior in our society.
But
and
it's
in the
been
province in particular.
it's been happening in other areas as well. You're talking about Midlands, you're talking about Northern KZN and KZN the South Coast. It's common.
It's true that there are cases which have not yielded positive results, so we are not disputing that. But it's just that there are cases where there are breakthroughs, and we must also acknowledge that. The good work by the police. All what we have said to the police, let us speed up the investigation so that we'll be able to bring these people to book. And they must get harsher sentences. Remember, they've killed a person. It's a murder. It's a criminal act. So we can't even put it on the disputes, but we are saying somebody has committed a criminal act, and for them is to be arrested, nothing else.
In closing, what was the outcome of your meeting? I see some taxi owners are leaving now. Are you done?
Yes, we had all the representatives from both associations. We all agreed that they'll operate as envisaged, as directed by the court. They'll respect the decision of the court, and we are able to monitor that through our Chanela unit as well as SAPS and the traffic officers from the municipality. So we'll enforce the law.
Baba, thank you very much for your time.
We are not a banana republic.
Okay, well, that's Transport MEC in KwaZulu-Natal, Mxolisis Kaunda. Tough talk, but of course it's common. We do hear authorities talking tough, but the reality of the situation is that it's still tense in Pietermaritzburg following that shootout earlier on. We will try and get a comment from the taxi associations themselves. We saw them leaving now. We will quickly try and get something from them.